Oh, I look a mess. I just got out of bed. In 2018, I was going through a divorce. I was living in the state of Ohio, in Chesapeake, West Virginia. And part of the rules, if your divorce is filed in West Virginia, which is where my ex-husband filed divorce at, his name is Anthony Rose, in the end of 2018, around September, we started our divorce proceedings. And part of the divorce proceedings, you have to have your children go to a counselor to help them cope, which makes absolute sense. At that time, that was the rule. Well, during one of the counseling sessions, actually on the way back from a visit, because we took him down to meet for a visit every weekend while we were going through the divorce, me and Dave Webb, we were in the vehicle with the kids, and Romy, one of my twins, Romy Andrew Rose, he said, Mommy, Devin tells us we can't play with his toys unless we suck his dick. I said, what do you mean? And he didn't want to talk about it. So we didn't know what to do. So me and Dave went home and contacted Department of Children and Family Services in Ohio. And we took him to his counselor because he was already going to counseling. And Braden confirmed, his twin brother, Braden Anthony Rose, confirmed that that was definitely happening. The counselor then contacted Department of Children and Family Services in Ohio to do something called a CAC interview. Now, parents aren't allowed the results of the CAC interview. But the Department of Children and Family Services told me absolutely that it was confirmed. That the interviews were done separate, and they confirmed that both the kids' story, and they believed it. So, the Department of Children and Family Services couldn't tell me that I couldn't take the kids on visits. I still had to take the kids on visits. They recommended me not, obviously, until everything was sorted out. But West Virginia told me, Judge Alsop and everybody involved, Tina, I think her name is, at the time was Tina Warner or Horner or something like that. Tina Koger, her name's changed. She got married. She was a judge. It said that if I didn't take them on the visits, they were going to throw me in prison. And then I took the kids anyway. Anyway, long story short, I read a book. It's called The Seven Daughters of Eve, I believe. And it's a book about mitochondrial DNA, which is DNA from the mother, and how that if you share DNA with a mother or grandmother, that it can cause disease, especially in sexual activity. That you have to make sure that, you know, if you're going to perform those things, you're going to lay in a love union with someone, that you're not too closely related, because it can transmutate disease through the mitochondrial DNA. Just like if you share a little bit of that mitochondrial DNA with somebody else, it can actually evolve if it's not too closely related. Well, what does the state of West Virginia do? After they confirmed that this is going on, the state of West Virginia confirmed that it was going on. They didn't call it molestation, they called it exploration. But the state of West Virginia chose to put my twins right there next to their family member that was molesting them. So if Romy Andrew Rose or Braden Anthony Rose have contracted any kind of disease or transmutated any kind of disease, it's the state of West Virginia's fault, because they condone incestual relations of a sexual nature and want to downplay them and hide them and keep people's kids from them when they report things like that. Y'all have a great day. Take care, and God bless.